5 ways of choosing the correct gym. How we doing, everybody? Alright, so for this topic video, I want to talk to you guys about 5 ways of choosing the correct gym. So the first way is trainers and classes. Now, most of the time, gyms, they will offer some free classes, whether it be yoga. Personally, I've never done any of that stuff, but I can see how it would be beneficial for other people that might be interested in going to those gyms for that reason. You know, you've got your cycling class, your spin class, I guess is what it's called, your yoga, like I said again, you got your power building class. The second part of that is personal training. Now, for me, again, I don't use personal training. I have not hired a personal trainer, but in the future, will I? It's possible if I can never afford it, because most of the time they're expensive. I would like to use personal training if I can. Gotta be able to afford it. The only reason I would use personal training is, for one, to make sure that my form is correct. 2 is to make sure my diet is correct if I ever decide to compete. And 3, you know, just to make sure that I'm progressing as to learn more about the exercises I'm interested in. All right, number two is the babysitting aspect of it. Now, for our gym, the one we decided to go with, there is babysitting offered there, so we can take advantage of having babysitting while we're in the gym if we need it. Most of the time we don't need it because we go between shifts at work, or we go after work before we had to pick the kids up. But during the weekends when we need it, it's a great benefit to have. However, that being said, some places don't offer babysitting, some places do, and some places have weird times for their babysitting. For instance, our gym only babysits until noon, take a long break, and then doesn't come back until 4. Well, that leaves like almost the entire afternoon to where you can't go into the gym if you have children. So the other gym we'll be joining, it goes until 1, and then they start back up at 3 or 4. I know that's still a gap, but still that 1 hour can totally make a difference, especially on the weekends. Like I said, that's usually the only time we use it, and it's there when we need it. More to the babysitting is, you know, what the kids have to do while they're out there. Obviously, they have to be kept occupied while you're in the gym, so they're not coming after you, you know, asking you to control your child while you're trying to, you know, do whatever it is you're trying to do in the gym. So the environment of the babysitting area is a really important part of it as well. So that definitely needs to come into account whenever you're looking for a gym to join. Make sure that there is babysitting if you need it. Make sure that the babysitting area is both safe and interesting for your kid. Right now, our gym, for instance, they have a TV up on the wall and a bunch of scattered toys around. It's a really small place. So if they get a lot of kids in, they're going to be cram-packed in there. Now the gym we will be joining, they've got Xboxes, computers, they do arts and crafts. Obviously we're going to be a little bit more interested in that. They also got a separate area for like babies and stuff, which we don't have anymore, but I can see how that'd be beneficial for any other parents, because they're able to take their child over, you know, their younger infant over to this area and be more safe away from the kids who are a bit older, you know, that could hurt them potentially. Third thing, how fast the equipment gets fixed if it's broken. Now, this is really important. Most of the time you don't see a whole lot of barbells or anything like that get messed up because they're pretty simple machines. You know, you got the bar, you got the weights, it's pretty simple. None of that's going to get messed up most of the time. Now, you do have your other machines though that can go down, like your hammer strength, your, you know, T-bar rows, all kinds of stuff like that. They can get messed up. Treadmills is a big one because they get used a lot and they get worn down a lot. So, for instance, our gym, again, the one we're at now, they had an elliptical down for 3 months. Now, there are only 5 ellipticals there, so they're 4, knocked down to 4, and it gets packed in there sometimes, so that cut them down by 1. And a stair climber also went down for like 2 or 3 months. And there are only 2 stair climbers in there, so that knocked it down to 1. So obviously you could see how that would be an issue. If there are limited machines, then one breaks down, you don't really have a machine to work on. Happened also with the Smith machine. So that's something you want to pay attention to, and definitely ask somebody that is around or that has been a member of the gym, or even ask the person that usually gives you the tour for the gym, hey, how long does it take for you guys to get machines back up and running if anything were to happen to them? I think that's very important. It's really important to me, so I think it's important, obviously. If something's going down, you can't use it, You're going to be without it for a while. How long will it take to get fixed? Okay, the fourth thing. The fourth thing is about the equipment availability. Now, if they only have, like I said, 2 stair climbers, and you're interested in getting on one of those stair climbers, then it's probably not going to be available. I mean, there's a good chance it will, good chance it won't. The one that really makes me the most angry, and I swear, just, oh, it makes me so mad, is whenever people are doing curls or, you know, bicep curls or something like that in the middle of the squat rack. Seriously, not in the middle of the squat rack. You've got benches all around. Even if they're open benches, and they're still doing curls in the middle of the squat rack. It's like, oh my gosh. That, and there's only 2 squat racks in the gym that I'm in right now, so that's another thing. So yeah, definitely be sure that, you know, there's enough equipment available and the gym's big enough that you have that equipment to go to. So if there's only 2 stair climbers and you notice that the gym gets pretty packed during the day, you know, you might not be able to get to that machine for training, especially, you know, depending on what you're going for, what your goals are. They could definitely just run out of machines and get in there and you'll be sitting in the gym forever or trying to wait forever to get to the next, you know, equipment that you need. Definitely make sure that they have a sufficient amount of equipment. Now, most of these things are going to be pointed toward, you know, like commercial gyms. So as far as like any other gym goes out there, you know, they're great if you can find one. I don't have one around me that I know of. Most of them are commercial in St. Louis. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 smaller gyms or any other kind of gym around there. I don't know of them. I'm new to the area, so I have no idea. So Gold's and, you know, Club Fitness and Planet Fitness, all the commercials that are around me, that's what I have available. So this is kind of pointing toward that as well. So if you have anything like a warehouse gym, good example, if you watch Christian Guzman, he has a big warehouse gym. It looks nice. They may only have, like, I don't know exactly what he has there, but it seems very open and nice, and he has a lot of equipment, a variety of equipment, which is another thing my gym doesn't have, is a variety. So, you know, if you can find a place like that, that'd be awesome too. The last, 5th, and probably the most important that everybody's going to be worrying about is the price. Now, the gym we joined, we went because the price called to us. The price was there, it was cheap, we were able to get in, we didn't know how long we were going to stick with it. That's the reason why we joined. But, you know, in retrospect, the actual price, if it's cheap, there's a reason it's cheap. You get what you pay for. I've heard that so many times in my life, and it definitely applies. You get what you pay for. There's not very much in there. The equipment goes down, it stays down a long time. There's not a whole lot of equipment to be used. It gets full fast because everybody else knows it's cheap too, so they're all joining. So there's going to be multiple upon multiple people in there because they're all wanting that discount too. Definitely get what you pay for, and I'm not saying you should go with a more expensive club because obviously we didn't. We went for the cheaper one, but at the beginning of the year we will be upgrading to a much nicer club that has more equipment. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's going to benefit us more once we get in there and, you know, get everything going. Plus, I'll be able to bring my camera in and actually film some of my workouts, which will be awesome. That's it, guys. 5 things you should be looking for in your gym to start a new gym. Oh yeah, let's add to the price, contract. You're gonna be stuck in a contract most likely. There's not a whole lot of gyms that don't, you know, that don't have you sign up for a contract because they're wanting that stable money, which I can't blame them. It's part of the business. That's, you know, another thing you gotta look at. You're gonna be stuck there for a year, so make sure that you like that place. You know, do your research, look at it, pay attention to how the gym's being used, how many people are there, ask them if it gets really busy during a certain point of the day, a certain time of the year. If it's a small gym and it gets really busy, there's probably not gonna be very much room to move around. That's it, guys. So, you know, those are 5 things I believe that you should look for before you join a gym, before you get in a commercial gym, to kind of make your decision a little easier, to kind of see and pay attention to what you are looking for. Those are the 5 reasons I came up with. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Teach their own. Later. Wow.